So let's do some practice problems. Here I have a rectangular pyramid. So my volume, if my pen works, is going to be big B times H divided by 3. But in this case, big B is 10 times 11. All right, so now I get that that's 110. So my volume is 110, that's my big B, times the height of this pyramid, which is 16, all divided by 3. So I get 110 times 16 divided by 3. And that gives me the volume of 586 and 67/100 inches cubed. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at number 2. Actually, let's take a look at number 3. So here, I know volume is big B times H divided by 3. So to find the area of the big B, it's a square pyramid. So 14 times 14 is going to be 196. So big B is 196. Okay. So big B, 196. What is the height of this pyramid? It's not given to us. Remember, height, it's not slant height. You don't go to the doctor's office and they ask how tall you are and you slant over. The height is perpendicular to the ground. So the height is going to be right here, but it's not given to us. Well, how do we do it? We can do it. We can make a right triangle. So if this is the height, this slant height is 25 feet. And I know that this square, the length is 14, so this distance is 7. So now I can use Pythagorean theorem to find the height of this pyramid. I just drew in a right triangle. That's all I did. You got to know how to find the dimensions of your shape. So I'm just going to say, okay, 7 squared plus b squared equals 25 squared. And I'm going to do a little Pythagorean theorem here. So do 25 squared minus 49 is 576. And I got to take the square root of that. So I get b is going to be 24. So the height of this is 24 feet. I had to find it. So the height is 24 and all divided by 3. So it took a little work on that one, but that's okay. You can do it. And I get the volume is 1,568 feet cubed. Okay, so took a little work, not a big deal. Let's look at number 5. So again, this is a triangular pyramid and you're going to have to work for it a little bit. I know the volume is big B times H divided by 3. That doesn't change. In this case, big B is a triangle. So look what the dimensions that you have. You have this base, you have the hypotenuse, but you don't have the height of that triangle. So we're going to find it. So we're going to use Pythagorean theorem. So I get 14 squared plus x squared equals 22.1 squared. And that takes a quick second to do. 22.1 squared minus 14 squared. And then I'm going to take the square root of 292 and 41/100. And I get x is going to be 17.1. So the height of this triangle is going to be 17.1. So now when I find the base, remember big B is base times height divided by 2. That's the area of this base. So I get 14 times 17.1 all divided by 2. And the big B is going to be 119.7. So now to find the volume, I'm going to take 119.7 times the height of this pyramid, which is 19, all divided by 3. And I get volume is 758 and 10 meters cubed. So there's the volume of number 5. All right, let's take a look at cones. So go to the next page for me. And it's the same thing here. We're going to do the exact same thing. So really my formula is to find the volume of a cone. It's big B times H divided by 3. But in this case, big B stands for a circle because it's a cone. That's the base. So pi r squared. So my radius is 9. So I get pi times 9 squared. And I
get 81 times pi.
So my big B is going to be 254.47 yards squared. So then I'm going to take 254.47 times the height of this cone, which is 17, all divided by 3. And I get the volume as 1,441. Actually, it's going to round to 1,442 yards cubed. Okay? All right, let's take a look at number 9, and we're going to work a little bit backwards here for number 9. Okay, so it's not giving me the height of that pyramid, but can I find it? Absolutely. All right, so let's walk this through. Volume equals big B times H. In this case, big B stands for pi r squared because my base is a circle. So my radius is going to be 13.5 kilometers. So I'm going to do 13.5 squared times pi, and I get big B is 572.56 kilometers squared. That's my big B. So now, oh, I didn't divide by 3 up here. Sorry. Volume of a cone is always divided by 3. So volume big B is 572.56. The height of this is not given to me, but I can find it because in here forms a right triangle. So this guy is 13.5. That's the radius of the circle. That's the length of this leg. And the hypotenuse is 22.5 kilometers. So that's going to allow me to solve for x. So I'm going to do 13.5 squared plus x squared equals 22.5 squared. So I'm going to do a little Pythagorean theorem again. And, oops. And I'm going to get that the height is 18. Okay, so you know how to do Pythagorean theorem, so the height is 18. So the height is, this shape is 18, and then of course I'm going to divide it by 3 because it is a cone. So the volume is 3,435 and 3,600 kilometers cubed. All right, that's all we have time for. That's all we have time for today. So if you're struggling, come see me and we can do some together.